finna go in here and go and hook this dryer up for you so you can go ahead and get to wash your clothes, do what we need to do, and get settled in our home, all right? All right, let me go in here. Got my toolkit. Oh, well, hello there. I'm glad you tuned in. It's Hood Homemaking with me, Hank. My middle name's Leviticus, like Randall's, but you know, no relation. But my last name is Helpful Hardware Man. So today, what we're going to do here in the laundry room is we're going to change a 3-prong plug into a 4-prong plug. Now, it's not no Kalamazoo, no whizzy bam. There's a little work that goes into this. And we're going to make sure you're equipped with all the tools you need. So basically what you need is just a Phillips screwdriver. Yep, Phillips screwdriver. And a dryer, of course. And now, let me see what else is down here. No, you really don't need a tape measure, but it's good to have. You know, go ahead and fill your tool bag out. But me, I like to work with power. I like to work with power. That's one of my bits. Don't worry about it. Got a lot of bits. Got a whole lot of bits. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started. First thing you need to do when doing it, and I'm gonna tell you this straight up, get you some old Air Force Ones. I mean, if you have on a pair of Timberlands at this point, when you're getting ready to do some work, they'll take them off. You know, as we know, those are nothing but fashion statements. So therefore, they weren't made for African Americans to actually do a little hardware work. So go and put them up. Go and change into something like one of these, like some of these, some old gym shoes. All right. So let's go ahead and get this thing started first. All right, now that we're back here, done pull the dryer out, you want to pull it out so you can really get the things, all right? There's a lot of components back here on your dryer machine, like this right here. Very simple plate, but I'm telling you, it's really intricate to make sure you're safe. So what you want to do is just check your drill. That's why I like to work with power. And turn it and make sure you're going to reverse it off. You don't want to tighten that doohickey up. And you're going to take this one screw out right here. Let it roll on out right there. And be careful because you lose that screw, then you're screwed. All right, got the screw out, right? All right, now that you got the screw out, all you have to do is very simple. It's going to look very tricky because there's a lot of catches and all that stuff. A lot of these dryers, and there's different configurations. Some of them you just pull to the left right there and pops off. Some of you, as soon as the screw comes out, bloop, plate comes off. Not this one. This one right here, you got to grab by the bottom, gonna lift up, and pull it out like that right there. Now you see you expose your inner wirings. Now I'm going to tell you this, electricity is very, very dangerous. So what you don't want to do is get down here fiddling. Ow! Oh, God damn it, let me unplug the damn dryer before I be done killed myself trying to show y'all how not to kill yourselves. We'll be back in a minute. Still a little fried on that last one. So what you want to do now, and this is very important, y'all. You got to unhook all this electricity components so you can take this whole bracket out, all right? That's your plug system. You unplugged it. Now you have to just loosen it up. And like I said, I like to use power. But however, for this, because it's very fickle, you turn it the wrong way, you tighten it, it can mess up the whole thing. So go ahead and get you a nice you got ratchet screwdrivers. So you can take them, put them on there, and loosen that thing up. Just loosen them up just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right, all of them. And this is the 3-part. This is the 3-prong attachment, okay? The 4-prong attachment is going to be a lot easier because you don't have to connect 3 or 4 different things, okay? So what you don't want to do is get into things you don't need to take apart. So you see it's only 1, 2, 3. That's all that's hooked to this right here, okay? 1, 2, 3. That's all that's hooked. Don't go to disconnecting the grounds and all that stuff. You don't know what you're doing, all right? Me, I'm experienced. I can do it. Back in '87, I was doing dryers. And the dryers, all they had was a plug. It didn't have all this doohickey-madoo-hobble. So what we used to do was spray the wire and just stick it right there in the hole. Found out that was dangerous. Lost a lot of friends like that. So y'all don't do that, okay? So you get them loosened up and just pull them right down. Just put, and you might have to loosen up just a little bit because they got little hooks on them. So you pull it down and you swing that hook up on there. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and get this done. Y'all going to take a little break and come right back. We're going to get you all hooked up. All right, as you can see, we got all of them disconnected there. And you might have to pull them out just a little bit. That hook on the front normally gets hung up real bad. So now the next thing you want to do is come down here. You want to come down here. You want to loosen this up right here just enough. And sometimes you got to take it all the way out because these things, I'll tell you, this is the most difficult part about this one. All right, I'm going to tell you this right now. You get these screws right here unloosened up, and it's going to open up like a big mouth bass. All right? That's the only way you're going to get this wiring up out of here. It's got to open wide. If it's tight like it is right there, you're not going to get them out. It's just too doggone difficult. So what you want to do is you want to open this puppy up. And I would go ahead and advise, go ahead and take the whole screw out. Because putting a new one in, they normally come with their own attachments. They normally come with their own little hooks because of the wiring and how it crenches together, okay? I don't know the terminology for it. I'm going to use crench, all right? So go ahead and take the screws all the way out. Yep, there you go. Now, here's the thing. Here's the kicker right here. Now, I don't know who in but Jesus thought of this crazy idea of putting these things in here where you got to pull them out to get to the wires, but somebody did. It's easier to take them out than it is to put them in. You see how that came out? Now, wait till we have to put them back in. Lord Jesus. And they just flip down and come on out like that right there. And then you go ahead and pull your wires. You get them to where they're down in there. And you go and pull them out. So that is your 3-prong dryer connection. All right. We're going to throw that over there. So we're going to go ahead and set up the 4-prong, get everything laid out for you so you'll be ready to go. So go ahead and take your little break, get your little Budweiser. Go look at your Timberlands. Don't put them on, though. And come on right back now. So the green wire. Okay. Oh! How y'all doing? I'm glad y'all came back. I was just looking at something on YouTube, maybe about dryers and 3-prongs and 4-prongs and common mistakes. And I don't want us to make those mistakes, y'all. I got the instructions. They normally come right in the packaging. All you got to do is take the plug out of it, and it's right there. But you know what? We doing hood homework. Let's throw that on the way. So, let me show you your materials. First, you got your 4-plug. You got your wiring. Notice it's going to have 4 wires you're going to have to connect, okay? And then you got your crimper, which is I call it, and 2 new pair of screws, okay? Well, 2 new screws, not a pair. So, some common mistakes that people make when hooking up their dryer from a 3-prong to a 4-prong is they leave this neutral wire right here, all right? You notice that's a neutral wire. Believe it or not, what you're going to do is put the green wire there. That's going to be your ground right there. You're going to take that neutral wire and you're going to put it right there in the middle along with the white wire from your dryer cable, all right? Your power cord. And then it's red, white, and black. Yeah, black's to the far left there. Make sure y'all remember that. So I'm going to go ahead and get it started. So what you want to basically do is you want to take this right here and just shove it in the hole. Just shove it in there. All right? And don't worry about it. Things drop around, you know. You can't be pretty sometimes, you know. You can't be pretty. And if you go ahead, and how I like to do it, let me get you a little closer. Bring you a little closer to me. Bring you all the way up here so you can really see. Might not be able to see my majestic face, but you can hear my majestic voice. So what you want to do is, you know the green's going to go over there. So as you see how the wires are, this is a lot of what I like to do. I like to go ahead and get it like right there, all right? But you're going to want to have to pull it all the way through, all right? Now, this is the crazy part. You got to pull it all the way through, and then you're going to have to work these wires around to make sure they stay in there. That's why I said put the green over here, because that's where it's going to go, right? All right. So another thing you want to do, and if you notice, these are closed loop. These aren't hooked. So we're going to have to take the screws all the way out. I told you to leave them in so you don't lose them. You just do this 1 by 1 or 1 by 2, because remember, you got to put the 2 white wires together. All right? Sometimes white people like to stick together. So I'm not going to mess with power because I don't really like messing with the dryer or stripping these nuts and stuff or losing these washers on the behind of them. Yeah, on the behind, I say behind. I don't say on the behind of them. So go ahead and use your ratchet and loosen these puppies up. All right. You're going to take this one all the way out because it is a loop as well. So it's not hooked. You're going to need this. So as it gets a little loose, make sure you grab it. Grab it and pull it on out. You don't want to lose that washer that's on there. It's a little crimping washer. So you see that? Yeah, buddy. We were in there. So now what you want to do, I normally start over here and go ahead and hook that ground wire up first. Right there. See, and all I got to do is grab it again. And if it's a little angled, it's fine. Because what you're going to do is you're going to use that angle to crimp it down when you get the screw in there. All right? And I know y'all don't want to watch this, but it is vital to the survival of you getting this dryer together for old mama in there. See there? Voila. Screw it in a little. And just screw it in a little, let it hang there for a minute, get you a little break, and then I'm going to take my power. It's time to kick some power in there. All right? Now, I use power. I wouldn't advise you because I know how to use my screwdriver. I know how to use it. See that? Bam. Because you don't want to strip it. Okay, there you go. Now that's in there because you never know when you have to change it back. So now what I generally do, because the power is off anyway, is I go ahead and find them 2 white wires, all right? Now the red is going to go to the far right, all right? So as you can see, boom, boom, boom. That's the only crisscross applesauce I got right there. The rest of them are kind of in the order in which they are. Huh? You ain't think of that, huh? Little trick by me. So I like to start with the white wire because it's 2, right? It's 2 wires. Like I said, be careful getting these things out of there. And I say be careful because if you drop this down in the dryer, buddy, whoo. I mean, it'll shake down to the bottom, but I'd rather just play it cautious. So just take your time taking them out. That's why I say use the screwdriver. Don't use the power when you're taking them out. Because as soon as you use the power and try to pull it out, bloop, 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 bloop. All right. So what you want to do now is put the white and the white together, okay? The best you can. And you got to really manipulate these wires because they're rigid. They're pretty tough when you first get them. So if you like, you can go ahead and put that one in there first. Get it seated down in there good. Then come back with your... Because what you're going to do, you can pull these out, right? But what you don't want to do is pull them out and think they're not going to push you back in because you see all that loose wiring? You don't want that on the outside of the dryer. Am I in anybody? Okay, I'm not in anybody's way. And it's kind of hard to do it and instruct at the same time, but I'm dedicated to making sure you know what it is. And like I said, don't worry about it being a little crooked. Then you want to grab your screw. If you can get them both together, put that in there. Put that in there. See, I just work to manipulate it a little bit so it's easier to work with because these things are rigid. And I don't want to lose my screw like I said before. I want to get it down enough. Get into that hole. Sometimes the hole's a little difficult to get into. You know what I'm talking about? There it is, in the hole. Now I want to take my power. I just take my power, get this puppy ready, and we're going to screw this thing all the way in there. See that? Voila, good job. All right, and then you're going to do the same for the red, which goes right here, and then the black. Go ahead and get those hooked up, get your little water or a little beer, and we'll be right back to go ahead and finish it. All right, everybody, we're back. So we got everything hooked up, red, white, black, green. Now we got a drying machine getting ready to happen. So here is the difficult part. I find this very difficult here. So what you're going to do now, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. You're going to push these wires up in here so that the plastic or none of the wiring is outside of the harness, okay? Then you're going to take the harness and you're going to put it in there like so. You're going to take this harness. You're going to put it in there. Pop it. You just want to let it lay like that, all right? Let it lay there flat. Because you're going to have to put this one in there. And then you're going to have to crimp these together simultaneously around the wire. I'm telling you, it can get tricky. Do not think it's simple. I'm a trained professional at this. Been doing it for years. Then you want to take him. You want to use your power for this. I'm going to tell you that right now. You don't use your power for this, you're going to have a hard time. Go ahead and crimp that together. Don't push it all the way in, because then you're going to have the other side to deal with. And just drop it down in there. You know, just all you got to do is just drop it down in there and let it kiss that other one right there. Then you're going to go ahead and hit it with a little bit of power. And let it close itself in there on you. Tighter the better. There you go. Go ahead and hit the other side again. And you want to go down. Don't ever try to come up with it. The tighter the better, guys. The tighter the better, guys. Don't worry, all you do is squeezing those wires together. So if you get them to touch, you did a good job. Now what you don't want to do is strip it. So once it starts not to give, let it up. Let up. See, now it's in there. See, now your wires are safe and secure in there. Everything's hooked up. Now the only thing you have is that little plate you had at first. You remember what we did? You remember what we did? So we got to do the exact opposite when putting it back in there. All right? So what you're going to do, you remember the little screw hole, all right? So you're going to put it, first of all, you got to put it like this first. Then you're going to put it in here and push down so it lines up with the hole. Now your dryer's ready to do some drying. Don't worry about your fingernails, your hangnails. It's all hood here. You want to take that back on and voila. We just changed a 3-prong power source to a dryer to a 4-prong. Ain't you proud of yourself? And all the while your Timberlands in there just chilling. So now what you can do is get you a nice bud and go put your Timbs back on and hit the streets. Y'all be safe out there. It's been Hank, the hardware heathen from the hood. And y'all be good now. All right.